Okay. Very good morning, guys. So last day we stopped with lazy loading and eager loading, right? Yeah, what is eager loading and what is lazy loading is what we have just been discussed about it. Yeah, the next thing what we are going to work out right now is calling stored procedures. How to call the stored procedures and perform your actions. Okay, how to call stored procedures to perform our actions. Let's try to understand about calling stored procedures in our code. Guys, listen. If you are working with stored procedures, if you're working with stored procedures, it is the same process, man. What is it? You're required to first go for yeah, whatever means you whatever procedures you want. The procedure should be drag and drop in the word designer. But here, what we said, there is no drag and drop now. We have a wizard, and in the wizard, just like you selected tables, now you select the stored procedures. And when you select the stored procedures, what I explained to you earlier is methods are defined to you behind the screen. Yes or not? Methods are defined behind the screen. It is going to define all the required methods to you. It is going to define all the required methods to you. All the required methods are going to be defined to you over there. And once the methods are defined, you can start calling or consuming those methods in your application. You can start calling or consuming those methods in your applications now. Okay. Well, so have a look. Creating a new project. ASP.NET. Giving the name as database first, third example. Okay. And we see create. Configure idiom. Models, right click, add new item. Data, AO.NET entity data model, some name, test EF. Again, EF designer from database, configure database, new connection, server, authentication, SA, 123, false, save my password, choose the database, test. Okay. Select the option. Yes. Guys, if you are using Windows authentication, you will not find these two radio buttons. They'll be in the disabled state. If you are using a Windows authentication, they'll be in the disabled state. If you are using SQL authentication only, you will have this. Okay, click on the yes. Next, Entity Framework 6. And is retrieving the database information. Guys, now not the tables, deal with the procedures. And we'll work with student. We work with employee now. We'll work with the student now. All the procedures are ready without writing new procedures. Let's work with them now. Okay. Select all the procedures you want. No drag and drops, guys. Select all the procedures you just want and click on the finish button. What happens, sir? What happened when you drag and drop a procedure on the word designer? Now also same thing will happen now. What happened? Under the context class, methods are defined. Under the context class, methods are defined. And what about the parameters? Your procedure parameters will become the method parameters now. Okay, return type. Non-query procedures will return integer and query procedure will return I single result of a new class defined. Do you remember? What is the class? Forgot, eh? Procedure name result. A new class is defined now. Procedure name result. Employee underscore select result. Okay, what will have? Return type will be I single result of employee, student. Student underscore select is a procedure name result. Correct now? Now also same, guys, but in the place of I single result, we have object result and student underscore select underscore result. That's all. That is the only change. Did you understand me or not? What is that? In the place of I single result, what came? Object result. And earlier, procedure name suffixed with result. Now procedure name suffixed with underscore result. That's all. That is the just modification what they made. Other than that, rest of all is same. Check it out. You go to your solution explorer, go to the context class, and if you go to the context class, observe it. First one, student delete. What it takes? Integer. Return type. Non-value, sorry, non-query procedure return type is integer only. That did not change. Next, insert. Integer, string, integer, decimal, string, return type integer. Okay, update. Integer, string, integer, decimal, string, return type integer. Come on, select int and bold. See the return type. Compare with your old one. There also you'll find the same thing. But what you'll find, I single result of student underscore select result. But now it is object result of student underscore select underscore result. Remember, that is only our model class. That is only the model class what I should use. We don't have a student at all. Student class is not defined. See, student class is not defined. What class is defined? Student underscore select result class is defined with all the 5 properties. Simple code, no fields, nothing, just the 5 properties. That's all. Use this for designing your UIs. Got it? The same old story, guys. Nothing new coding here. First, create a folder. What is that? Uploads. Okay. Just go to SQL Server, MVCDB. How many student records are there? 5. Copy those 5 photographs into the folder first. Update student set status equals to 1. I'm updating all the records here. So everyone is active. So these are 5 images now. So copy the 5 images into the uploads folder because this is a separate project. If the same project, no need. Separate project now. That's why. E drive images, 5 images now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right click on uploads folder and simply say paste. Oh, not working. The 5 images. Okay. Well, let's right click, add controller. What is the name? Student controller. using dot models dot models. Create the context class instance. MVCDB entities DC is equals to new entities. Public view result display students. Okay, where students is equals to DC dot students is not there. Student underscore select. What you should use? Student underscore select null comma true. Do you remember? Null comma true means all active records. Read null as all here. Read null as all. What do you want? All active records. Null comma false. All inactive. Null comma null. All and all. All and all. Are you clear? Okay. So like that. So now it is going to return you. What is the return type? Student underscore select underscore result is the return type. Put your mouse and see. Okay now. Next. Return. Right click. Add view. At the rate model MVC. Okay. I enumerable MVC with 3 dot models dot student underscore select result. Select underscore result. Rest of the code is same only, man. Just to publish the data, you're going to write the same old code. Student details, then table with all the header columns. With all the header columns. Next, for each loop. For each loop. Where student in model, yeah, you're picking ID, name, class, fees, photo. Remember the photo now? Slash uploads, slash at the rate, student dot photo. I'm giving some width and height. Giving some width and height, alternative, no image. And all three same again. Means here also, my plan is to launch a separate view. Launch a separate view without on-click confirmation. Without the on-click confirmation, I want to launch a separate view. And the view has to ask me, are you sure of deleting? And click of the yes to delete the record. Same story. And in the bottom, you need a link for adding a new row. You understanding one thing? All once you know how to design one entity, rest all entities same pattern only. Maybe some have image, some doesn't have image. Employee doesn't have image. Student have image. That's why I'm showing you both the two things. If images are how to work, if image is not there, how to work. I'm showing you both options to you. Okay, now next, let us run this. In this method, there is also scaffolding method like we have in previous method without writing any code. Yeah, now we have without writing any code, we have just used it. That can be done here also. You can do it. Load you all the records. ID, name, class, fees, photo. Okay, by default showing you the active photograph and the click of the view. We have to launch the appropriate view to display this student. Okay, our left hand side image and right hand side the rest of attribute values. Come on. Help me. Public view result display student. Tell me where. Oh, sorry. Int SID. Where student is equals to DC dot student underscore select result. Student underscore select SID comma true dot single. Dot single. What is dot single? Single select result now. Return student. Return view student. Right click, add view. Guys, directly choose it. Empty your, select your model class here. The model class is select underscore student underscore select underscore result है. And the same code here, like left hand side image will come and right hand side values will come. Image values. Is that clear? What next? Speak add. It is an add student. Okay, we completed about displaying. Help me. Public view result add student. HTTP get return view. Nothing to come here. No default values to pass or anything. But blank view only. Okay. Next. HTTP post. Public redirect to route result. Add student. Student underscore select underscore result. Student. HTTP hosted file base. Selected file. If selected file not equals to null, if it is not equal to null, what will you do? String folder path is equals to server dot map path tilde uploads. Okay. Next, if directory dot exists folder path. But actually what we should say, not equal, not exist. What do you say? Directory dot create directory and you're passing the folder path. What next? Selected file dot save as. What do you pass? Folder path plus selected file dot file name. Okay, now when you come outside, one more thing. What is it? Student dot photo is equals to, again, selected file dot file name. Coming out, student dot status. No need. Status not required. Okay, all the values. Finally, what will you do? DC dot student underscore insert. Pass on all the value. What is it? Student dot SID. Student dot name. Student dot class. Student dot fees. Student dot photo. Student dot photo. Return redirect to action. Display students. Display students. That's it. This code I already explained you. And this line also, we already last week we practiced it. What is it? Student underscore insert, pass on all the values. What about status? In our procedure, we are not fetching the status value at all. So no need to pass the status. And if you don't pass, it will have the default value. What is the default value? True. So true will be stored in the database table. So let us run and watch out. Oh, we forgot to create a view. Yeah. Right click. Add view. Empty. Add. Yeah. Is that clear? Back to student details. So we can start. How many records are there? 5 records. Yeah. 106. Class 5. 50,000. Choose file. Selecting a photograph. Click save. Got it. View. The photograph what we selected. Go to database. Okay, now what next? Edit. We require to write the edit code. Help me first in edit. Public. Your result. Edit student. Int SID. Where student is equals to DC dot students dot student underscore select SID comma true dot single. Okay, next. Temp data of photo is equals to student dot photo. Next. Return view of student. Return view of student. Actually, display student code and here same code only, but one extra line there. That's all. What is that? We need to store the photograph in the temp data. That's it. Other than that, there's nothing difference between the display and this one. Okay. Tell me the post action also. Public. Redirect to route result. Update student. Student underscore select underscore result student HTTP posted file base selected file. And here also what if selected file is not equal to null, string folder path is equals to server dot Map path. Open the mouth here. Open the mouth. Lazy faces sleeping in the classroom. 11 o'clock also you're sleeping. Upwards. Be active first. Next. If selected file dot save as folder path plus file name. Next, student dot photo is equals to selected file dot file name. Else if temp data of photo not equal to null. If this is not equal to null, what do you say? Student dot photo is equals to temp data of photo dot toString. Next, call the update procedure. Call the update procedure. Okay. DC dot student underscore update, student dot SID, student dot name, student dot class, student dot fees, and student dot photo. Return redirect to action. Display students. Oh, view did not add it. View not added. Right click, add view, empty our class. Yeah, it's a view is same only now. Only thing is we need to show the old image. We need to see the old image and give an option for selecting the new image. And no insert button, we have a cancel button. We have a cancel button. So display students. Are you attending to the class every day, Patil? Dayanand. We already created these procedures here. Last week only we created all the procedures in SQL Server and we are using them now. Admit. Extra brace came here. Wrongly typed. No, yes, no issue. Extra brace was there. In the UI, I could see that. See that. I deleted that. That's all. Okay. Update. Record updated. Record updated. Okay, now what next? Delete. For this also, you're required to write the get and post methods now. Public, your result, delete student, int, yes, I did. Where student is equals to DC dot student underscore select SID comma true dot single return view of student. Return view of student. What do you do? We display the student. HTTP, sorry, get. Then HTTP post. Answer. Public redirect to route result Delete student. What should I pass? The model object. Student. What is passed? The complete model object. Okay. And you need to call here DC dot student underscore delete. But guys, for delete, we don't require all the values. Student dot SID. Return, redirect to action, display students. That's it. Display students. Okay. Now right click. Yeah. This example, I given you two form tags. Watch. This is my first form tag. I'm showing all the data. After showing all the data here, I'm asking, are you sure of deleting the record? Yes. And in the next line, I use another form tag C and say, click, click no. Actually, what it shows is click no for going back to student details. So when you click on the no, where will it put you? Dispatched. See, two separate form tags are there. See, this one I explained in the last class, remember? Either you can use two form tags, otherwise link tags. Link tags can be used. Choice is yours. Display students, run. I want to delete this 102. That's what it is asking you, see. Same with click no for going back to student details. So you have two buttons now. Click no. Back here. Click yes. Record deleted. 104. Yes. Go to your database, verify. Understood? See, once you see, when I was explaining into a skill, I taken a lot of time to tell you all the things to you. Everything step by step, step by step, step by step. You're not wasting my time now. Why? It is same, guys. It is the same thing. Only thing is the class name has underscore there. Rest of all same only. Nah. Rest of all same. Go and check it out. That and this both are same only. But there the class name is student underscore select result, and here the class name is student underscore select underscore result. That's all. And for that change, we don't record waste of time to talk on all the things now. So we already designed it as per, and we are just simply publishing it over there. Are you clearer? So this is the process to call stored procedures. So have a look. Hmm. It's all configuration only, nothing there. It's all configuration, what project to select and all. And see here, entity framework 6, next button connects to the data source and store procedure. Selected all the 4 procedures. That paragraph is not important. Now, second one. That is the class what you are going to use for model binding now. That's it. And the class will be like this. That is your class. Okay, now that is your class. Student underscore select result. That is your class. And once that class is there, now you can just use this class for all your model bindings. For all the model bindings, take the help of that particular class only. Hope it is clear, all of you. Yes or not? Okay, so this is how you are going to work with stored procedures. Is how you're going to work with the stored procedures. If you're dealing with stored procedures, this is a process to work with the stored procedure. So first step, you are required to create drag and drop, select all the procedures. No drag and drops here. What you're required to do is select all the required procedures. And once you select all the required procedures, then you can use them for the view designing stuff. Okay. See, all the time when I'm generating the view, here, I directly set the, what is that? Use a layout page. Choose a template is empty. Model class as student. When you use the template as empty and model class as student, you will automatically get the model binding, or it will generate you the required model to you. Okay, you don't require to again take the pain of doing all the things manually in your is auto generated. Okay. Next. This is all what we learned in our what approach DB first. This is all what we have learned in our DB first approach. Yeah, we are using the DB first approach. And in the DB first approach, what we have the database first. And based on the database, all the model classes are going to be generated. Based on the database, all the model classes are going to be generated for you in this case now. Okay, so this is what we call as DB first approach. First, you have a database, you select whatever you want, and all the model classes are going to be generated for you. Okay, now this is as same as our link. And I shown you some 3 examples here. I shown you another 3 examples here. There, both all these things are nothing but DB first only. Everywhere we have database first only. Now we are learning a new concept completely now, that is code first. What is code first? Code first means here you don't have a database at all. Listen carefully. You don't have a database. No database? No. What you need to do, you need to design all the domain classes on your own first. You need to design all the domain classes on our own. All the domain classes means context class, model classes. How to define them? You learned now, follow the same standards what you have followed in the previous examples and start designing now. Are you clear? See the steps carefully. Listen. First step. Actually, we don't require to use a wizard now because all the code is manually written. But do you remember when I add the WAR designer, when I add the EDM, it will add you some references. WAR designer will add you system.data.link. And this is adding you NT framework and NT framework.SQL server. We need them actually. So because we need them actually, what you just required to do now is you need to install NT framework explicitly by using NuGet package manager. By using the NuGet package manager. So NuGet package manager will install you all the required libraries to you. Okay. Well, we'll do the things parallelly, guys. Just a minute. I will explain you each and everything in detail, but parallelly explanation and I'll show you so that you'll understand much better. Okay. Watch. Yeah, I'm creating new project, guys. Is the name now. Code first. We have DB first, and now it is code first. All same, eh? What you done in your previous six examples? Six examples we talked. Link Q3 and in the first three. We added what designer in the first three examples, and we added EDM in the next three examples. When I added what designer, it added the reference of system.data.link, and here it added the reference of NT framework and NT framework.sql server. Go and see, you don't have them here by default. By default, these two references will not be available. See there. Do you have NT framework and NT framework.sql server? Or do you have system.data.link? And all that came when I added the war designer and the EDM. War designer brought me system.data.link, and EDM brought me NT framework and NT framework.sql server. So what you're working with, link to SQL or NT framework. NT framework means what you require, NT framework and NT framework.sql server. But now I'm not going to add any EDM tool now. But I want the references. So what to do? You need to install this explicitly using the NuGet package manager. Here full coding, guys. Till now, very less coding, drag and drop and VBs, but here full of coding. Understood? Concentrate carefully. What you do? Tools, NuGet package manager, manage NuGet packages for solution. Go to browse, search for entity framework. What is the current version? Do you remember? 6.4.4. That is only your identification. Again, you will when you search NT framework and even you will add off. This is core. Watch it. This is core, and the latest is 8. Core is 8. Scroll down, you'll find. Better look at the version number so that you'll have a clear idea. 6.4.4. NT Framework 6. EF6 is a tried and tested object relational mapper for .NET with many years of feature development and stabilization. This is what. Select it and install it. This will add you entity framework and entity framework.sql server. All the things will be added for you now. Got it? It added you NT framework and it added you NT framework.sql server. Both the two things. Are you clear? Call the person, black t-shirt. What are you doing, man? What are you doing in the classroom? Don't use mobile phones in the classroom. Next time I'll throw you out of the class. I don't carry on the mobile phone just to make it as an example for you all. And you are busy in using the mobile phones. Am I fool here teaching you shouting? Why did you come to classes? Don't repeat it again. Last warning to you. Yeah, what is that? NT framework and NT framework.sql server added. Okay. Well, this is the first thing you're required to do. There we have Wizard. We ran the Wizard. Wizard brought me everything now. The Wizard has brought me the domain classes. What is it? Context, model, everything, but no Wizard. I only should define all the classes on my own. I should define the model classes. I should define the context class. Everything should be defined by me now. Is it clearer or not? Okay, we'll start with this. Department employee array. We already used it that now. Just like that, I will take 4 tables here, a similar type. Category and the product. Department is a parent, and the department employees will be there. Here, category and the product. Category is a parent. Under category, products will be there. Same only. I'm replacing always the same tables and trying to change the table. That's all. I'm changing the department to category and employee to product. The whole attributes in a category: ID, ID, name, description. ID, name, description. For every category, there's an ID, name of the category, some description about the category. Okay, now, second, product table. What do you want in the product table? Again, ID, name of the product, price of the product, cost price of the product, and also I just wanted to take like a category ID, right? To which category it belongs, yes or not. Okay, and also we have status now. We have status. So status indicates what, active or inactive. But it is a product now. Active, inactive, not active, inactive. In the place of that, I just want to use a different attribute called as discontinued. Discontinued, true or false? Product can be discontinued, man. The company has stopped manufacturing this product now. So discontinued, true. Inactive. Here is reverse here, understand? Status, true. Active. Discontinued, true. Inactive. Discontinued, false. Means what you're expecting for discontinued value should be false. Then it is active. If it is a true, means in our inactivation, we are going to make the discontinued as a true now, not as false. Remember. So what are the columns I'm using? Come on, guys. First, category. Category ID, category name, description. Next, product. Product ID, product name, category ID, potential relationship, unit price, product image. Actually, here I'm showing you a different thing. All of you in your C# classes, I have explained about image storing and all. In the C#, when I stored the image, recollect yourself, we stored an image by converting the image into binary data. But desktop application, but here we're not storing binary data. What are we storing? File name. Why? Image is uploaded on the server. Everyone will access the server now. Today, I have uploaded one image to server here and stored that file name. Tomorrow you access, you also will connect to same server only now. So you can download the file now. But when you come to desktop application, it is not like that. Desktop application means if I store the part of my file on my local machine, you cannot access my part now. That is why what did we store? We convert the image into binary and store it in the database. We convert the image into binary and store in the database. So for web, what we store? Names. For desktop, what we store? Binary data. Are you clear? My application is pure web. Store the file names. My application is pure desktop. Store the binary. But my application is hybrid here. What is that? For employees, it's a desktop application, and for customers, it's a web application. Did you catch my point? You see, banking applications are there. Bank will provide you an app to you, a mobile app or a web app. Same way for employees, it's not a mobile app or a web app, it's a desktop app. They should sit in the office and work, not from their home now. Can you open a counter at your home for deposits? No, you need to come to the bank now. So that's a desktop app. That app will not work on mobiles and all. For them, it's a desktop app. For customers, it's not a desktop app. So this application is hybrid. It should work in both scenarios. If that is the case, I should store both in the database. What should I store? I should store the binary data also in the database, file part also in the database. For a web, use the file part. For desktop, you use the binary. That is why I maintained 2 columns. Watch it out. What is the first one? Product image. What is the data type? Byte array. Byte array in the sense of binary. The binary data I'm going to store there. Second one, product image name. I will actually use this only in my application, and we already learned how to work with that. But in case tomorrow, if at all you want to build a desktop application, then you require to deal with the binary, that is the product image, but not with the product image name. Hope you guys are clear. So that's why I have two properties, one for storing the binary also, one for storing the name also. And I already explained you about discontinued. Are you clear with these properties? What is it? ID, product name, category ID, unit price, product image name, discontinued. Okay. Yeah. Remember last day when we worked with a department and employee, in department we saw a navigation property, guys. Employees. In department, we saw a navigation property called employees. Same way, in category, do I need a navigation property called as products or not? Tell me, it is a scalar property or collection type? Collection. What type? Collection of. Array. Let's talk about employee, department employee. In department, you saw a property with a name called employees. It's a collection of employee. Correct? For me now, it should be a collection of product name products. Collection of product name is products. Now come to employee table. In employee table, you have a department property. Which type? Department type only. Means now, what do I require in my category? Sorry, what do I require in my product? A property called category. Which type? Category type only. Before I show you that, let me, I closed out the previous project. Let me open our project 2 once. Yesterday you created that one. DBF2. DBF2. Check it out. Here, you did not write. It defined all the code for you. And I'm following the same standards and I'm going to write the code now. Come on. First, go to models. Go to this one, guys. Department. In the place of these three, now I'm bringing category ID, category name, description. You have department ID, department name, location. There, category ID, category name, description. And see now, which type? Collection of employee. Means what should come for me? Products. Collection of product. Collection of product. Clear? Same way, good employee. These are the attributes of an employee. Now I want different attributes for my product now. Product ID, product name, unit price, discontinued, category ID, product image name, and product image. Some few columns I taken. Okay now? And see here we have a property called which type here? Scalar. Understand? Scalar. That is collection. This is scalar. Department only, not collection of department. Why? One employee will have one department only. One product can be in one category only. One product cannot be in 10 categories. But one category can have multiple products. But one product must be in one category. We'll see all the different type of scenarios here. Here I'm showing you the same scenario like department employee. From employee side, it is one-to-one relationship. From department side, it is one-to-many relationship. I'll show you different examples to you, like one-to-one means from both sides one-to-one. And again, from both sides, one-to-many. Are you clear? Starting, I taken the old one only as an example and I follow the same thing, one-to-one and one-to-many combination basis. Okay. Now for you, what you need in the place of department, you need a category. Which type? Category type. Are you guys clearer or not? So these two classes, we need to write manually. Second, we need to write the context class also around now. And when you're writing the context class, listen, this context class, this class should inherit from, give any name to this class, yeah, that's your choice. But should inherit from DB context, inherit from the DB context. And we need to define a constructor and we need to pass this as a parameter. What is that? Connection string name should be passed as a parameter. Okay. Well, next. Yeah, these are the two things we require. Right. Table properties, man. And this only now we do all the CRUD departments, employees. For you, categories, products. Which type? DB set type. DB set type. Okay. Put all these things as a standard. Come on. Let me show you everything to you manually. First, in the models folder, I'm first adding my first class. Which class? Category class. Category class. Second, what is second class? Product class. Okay, now in category, what are the attributes you want? Category ID, category name, description. Come on, help me. Public, int, category ID, category ID, get set. Public string, category name. Public string, category description. I think I given the name as a simple description only, not as category description. Yeah, whatever it is here, description. Lengthy, simple. Okay, now? But every category is associated with a set of products. So I need to define a navigation property now. Public I collection of what, man? Products get set. Are you clear? I collection giving error, maybe the namespace is required. Generic, man. It's a generic type, na. System.collections is important, but what they require is system.collections or generic. That's all. I collection of. And when you're writing here, what name should be suitable for that? It will show you, see. If you want a field, a blue color indicates field. If you want a field, write products, lowercase. Case is also to tell you. If you are writing a property, Pascal case, products. If you want to write a method, get products. All three things it is suggesting, you see. It's a beautiful design of the Visual Studio. You correctly understand how it works. That's how it will tell you everything to you now. Yeah, my first class is ready. Okay, now second class, help me. I want ID, that's all. Name, I think I defined the name only, not as a product name. Oh, it is product name, guys. Okay, no problem. We'll say product name. Next, category ID. Category ID, relation, public, int, category ID. Get set. Next, unit price. Unit price. Unit price is a decimal. Public, decimal, unit price. Get set. Product image. Product image. Which type? Byte array. Public, byte array, product image. Get set. Next, product image name. Here I want to store the name. Is name only na? Product image name. Next, discontinued. Public, bool, discontinued. Discontinued. Get set. Is that clear? And here we need a link between this one and category now. For every product, there is a category now. We need a link now. How? Public, category, property name. See, now also telling you, see. What name should I give? Look at that. I will tell you what name should be used. Here it said you what? Products, but here it is not telling categories, it's telling category. Why scalar? Grammar is perfectly followed by the studio now. So category. I'm done. My two classes are ready. Along with the navigation properties. Tomorrow, with this category, can I access the ID, name, and description from my category table or not? That's what you done using the department and employee. You got access to the department data in the department table. The also it is same. So model classes are ready. What next? Context class. You're required to write a context class. Come on. Add a class. Give some name to it. Give some name to it. Okay. Any name you like here. Any name you like. I want to give the name as store database. It's a store. In the store we have categories and products now. Okay, or any name you like. I don't know what name. Yeah, store database only. I just wanted to write a class here with the name called store DB context. Not, see, I said you this only. This is the context class here. In the last example, it is MVC DB entities. Can I change? No, you cannot. You cannot change. Auto-generated code can never be modified here. They're all auto-generated. But the same name when we saw in our link to SQL, it is MVCDB data context. Here it is MVCDB entities. I want to give my own name. See what is the name I used? Store database. Store database contains categories and products now. It contains products now. That's what. It's a store DB context. And this class is going to inherit from DB context. What is the namespace? You don't remember anything. Yeah. System dot data dot entity. System dot data dot entity. What a parent? DB context. DB context is the class. Now write a constructor and what you do colon base and here specify the name of your connection string now. You need to write the connection string also on your own now. What name you want to give that name here. I want to give the name as constr. I want to give the name as constr. So base constr. Okay, then two more things. What? Public DB set. DB set. What's it? Telling you, say it's giving it's telling you. Next. Public DB set. Categories. Spellings also, it is just correcting, see now. Categories, all the things it was just writing for you automatically. Yes, I'm done with my context class also. That's all. Context, nothing. Just a constructor called connection string name. I'll tell you one thing. What you know? I'm doing a new connection string context here. But guys, you know one thing? If I do my connection name as stored.db context, I don't require this. It's only I said you day before yesterday also. If my connection string name is matching with my context class name, no need to specify that there. It will work automatically. Okay, let us run like this. Then I will remove and show you that also. Okay, now? So what I've done now? Two steps are completed. First step, installed entity framework. Second step, define the domain classes. Define the domain classes means model context. Step 3, write connection string in the config file. Write connection string in the config file. Come on, go to Solution Explorer, web.config. Go and write in the bottom connection strings. Add name is equals to, what is the name we plan for? Constr. Provider name is equals to system.data.sql client. Connection string is equals to, you know the connection string, Data source equals to server. User ID is equals to SA. Password is equals to 123. Database is equals to, tell me the name. MVCD, yeah. Array, tell the name of the database you wanted to create. Tell the name of the database you want to create. Sir, any name? Choice is yours. Any name. We already planned now. Store DB. We already planned the name. What is the name? Store DB. You can give any name here. It's not like store DB only. Give the name as XYZ also to work. Here, earlier we used to specify the database we want to connect with, and now here we are specifying the database that has to be created. We don't have store DB in the SQL server. It will be created now. Array, you have only two here. What is that? CSDB and MVCDB. There is no store DB. Okay. Yeah, fine. So we completed all these steps now. Again, you can see step one. Don't forget. Going forward, I'll show you multiple examples. Nearly 7, 8 examples I'm going to show you on this. And this process should be followed every time. First step. Second step. Add the 3 classes into the model. What we call them? Domain classes. First one, category. Second one, product. Third one, store DB context. Store DB context. Actually, connection string is missing here, right? Yes or not? Can you guess the reason? That is the reason. Are you clearer? But in the classroom, what I done? I changed the name. Array, let us run it here. I will do it and show you later. Okay, right now it's honest here. Later I'll change the name to store DB context. I can delete out the constructed in my code now. Understood my point or not? Okay, I'll show you that also. Initially, let us plan like this only. How? Give the connection string name of my choice and specify that name here now. Specify the name here. Clear? Okay. So 3 steps are completed. What is the next step, sir? The 4th step is you need to define a category controller with all the corresponding views. Array, product controller with all the corresponding views now. You need to write all these things now. In our department employee example, for a department, we have given some default data. That's why we directly went with employee. But here, nothing is there here. Category is not there. So we need to create the views for category. We need to create the views for means you need 2 controllers to write now. One is category controller. One is product controller. For category controller, you need all the views for category. For product controller, you need all the views for product. Got it? Okay. So let's go to the controllers. Just once build your project. I'm not using any scaffolding. We'll do manually only. Add controller. What is the name? Category controller. Category controller. Actually, in our DB first, we start from here only. Array in DB first, we start from here only. But in code first, we have some extra 3 more things we've done additionally now. But DB first means we'll start directly from here. Using system dot, dot models. What is the name of your context class? Create the instance. Create the instance of the class now and start writing up all your methods. Public, view result, display categories. Display categories, return view. And to display the categories, what you require to do? Where is equals to DC dot categories. DC dot category. Any status? No status. Na? Array, for category, you don't have a status. Means all I want now. If there is a status, then dot var and you write it. Otherwise, not required. Next. Categories. Actually, I don't have any images or anything here. Just a simple 3 columns, that's all. So I don't want display single now. No need again. See, image is a big size image to show fine. But when the 3, I'm feeling that I don't want a display category of category ID. I'm skipping that one. Directly I'll go on, add public, view result, add category, okay, return view. This is post, right? HTTP post. Oh, sorry, get. HTTP get. Thank you. Next, HTTP post. Public, redirect to route result, add category. What do you pass? Category. And category doesn't have image. Okay, then no need of selected file and all the things. What to do? DC dot categories dot add category. DC dot save changes. Okay, return, redirect to action, display categories. Okay, now what next? Edit public, view result, edit category, int category ID. Okay, what you do? Category is equals to DC dot categories dot find category ID. Next, return view. What do you pass? Category. Okay, next, public, redirect to route result, update category. What do you pass, man? Category. DC dot entry of category dot state is equals to dot modified. DC dot save changes, return, redirect to action, display categories. For delete here, I'm not planning to write 2 methods here, only one. Confirmation, delete. Public, redirect to route result, delete category, int category ID. Category ID. Actually, the problem now is, no. In the last example, we are directly getting the model object here. Array, we have 2 different views now. So we are directly getting the model object. So because you directly get the model object, for the model object, if you set the state as a deleted and save finish. But you don't have a model object. What do you have? Category ID. What you have is only category ID. Only category ID is there. So what should I do now? I need to explicitly create a category object. Category is equals to DC dot categories dot find category ID Okay, category ID. Next, category dot, created now. Oh, sorry. DC dot categories dot remove category and DC dot save changes. Did you understand me? Once again, I'll tell you. Look at this example, the previous one. Okay, just go to employee controller. When you come to delete, you have two methods now. One is get and one is post. For get what are you passing? For post what are you passing? Array directly you have employee object here now. Because you have employee object here, you set the state as deleted or you set the state as modified and you performed it now. Are you getting me or not? Oh, we don't want to remove now. I don't have status here. I'm not setting the status. I want to physically remove it. But as I said, if you want to remove also, what is that? Set the status deleted, it will remove off. Correct? Why? Because you're getting the model object. Array, watch here. You're not getting model object now. What you're getting? Then how do I set my state now? I cannot set my state now. What to do? Create a category object and call remove and pass the object to it. Are you clearer or not? Create a category object and call remove. Sir, why you call remove? Because in this table, I don't have status. If status is there, I would have updated the status. But there is no status here now. We have only 3 columns. What is it? Category ID, category name, description. So delete must do a physical deletion now. Delete must do a physical deletion. How to delete? Call the remove method. Just like add method. Now we are calling remove method. For remove, pass this object and call save changes. We'll save the changes to the database. And this is all, everything done for category. Done means not done 100%. Why? You also require to create all the views now. All the required view creation should be done now. Is my point clear, all of you? Okay, see the delete code here. That's what I explained to you. What you're doing first? Created an object and you called remove and you called save changes. But in our previous examples, what we done is only set the state as deleted. Set the state as deleted. That's all. Or otherwise, we set the state as modified. But we cannot do that because we are not getting a model object here. What we are getting is only a category ID. That is the difference. Okay. Now the next step is you need to create all the views now. We need to create all the views. Okay. Well, view creation, I'm not spending the time, guys. Can I directly generate them now? Add view, MVC5 view. So, category. Okay. Display categories. 3 columns only, man. ID name description, actions. ID name description under actions. Edit, delete. I don't have view. Array, we discussed it already now. I don't want view now. I have only 2 options now. What are the 2? No view option. 3 columns only now. So that's why I skipped up the view option. Below. Add new category. You have add new category. Okay. Well, same way you need a view for add and delete. Add and delete. Okay. We'll do off. Add, right click, add view. Empty. Category. Yes. Name and description. So ID will auto generate. ID will auto generate. No need ID. Name and description are enough. Okay. What next? Edit. empty category. Okay. Here also ID, read only field, all the things. Guys, actually, when I run my project, I'm not calling any of these particular things. I will run it like this. By default, we have a home controller in the project, man. That will launch. Array, the project has a home controller with index action. What will launch? Index will launch. If you want to work with categories, you require to again say slash category, add categories. Same if you want to work for product, slash product, add product. Yes or not? Array, who will type all these things, man? I want to simplify this. What do you want to do? I will layout page now. In the layout page, I have a home, about, contact. Let me add a category and a product also there. If I click on the category, directly the category index page means for the first page, display category should launch. Same way for product also, display product should launch. So from there, I can easily navigate to the other now. And remember this application name, this home, both are same. I already said you. Array, both are same only. Remove of this one and add two new links here. Where you should do it? Layout page. You need to do this in the layout page. Go to views, scaled layout. I am removing this one. What? Application name. I don't want this. Wait, demo. Come on, here we have 3 links now. Add 2 more now. They copy paste and do it there. Enough. What to do? Display. Simply I'll category. That's all. And here product. Now tell me which method you want to call? Display categories. And here display products. Controller name category. Controller name product. So that directly this will launch now. Okay, come on, let's see. And we did not still create a product controller. It's a big code. That's why just put it aside. We'll see. We'll just do that also. Okay. Meanwhile, category is ready, and we should be able to work with the category now. Guys, observe. Right now, do I have any database with the name called as StoreDB? No, right? Let me click on category. I got it now? Not this one here. Go to SQL, refresh your database. What are the tables? Tables are created. Watch. Category ID, primary key column, category name, n varchar of max, description, n varchar of max, products, ID, primary key column, product name, n varchar of max, category ID, foreign key. Check it out, foreign key. It's foreign key, unit price, decimal, product image, var binary, product image name, n varchar, discontinued, bit. Created. Tables are created now. And what are the names of the tables? The table names are the names what you have specified in our context class. In the context class, we defined the two properties now. What is products and categories? Those names are used here. Sir, can I change? You can. Everything, and you can change the column name. You can change the data types. Everything can be changed. Okay, but first, it follows some conventions by default. And right now, what we are seeing is default conventions. Are you getting my point or not? It follows some conventions by default, and right now, what I'm saying is default conventions. We'll see, change all the conventions. You have a doubt here. So, you did not work with the category now. Category table also created. Actually, if you create a context class object, and perform any CRUD operation, database will be created of. Did you get my point or not? Sorry, you create a context class object. If you create a context class object, no need and try to perform any CRUD operation. By default, display customers will be called. Alright, display customers is trying to perform a select now. Enough. Database is generated. Understood or not? Any CRUD, context class object, any CRUD, selecting, inserting, updating, deleting, try doing any CRUD, simple CRUD operation, enough that we generate. And now the CRUD we are trying to do in our example is a select. That's why. Okay, click on add new category, asking for a category name, I'm just giving here as mobiles. Okay, or otherwise phones. The category is phones category. In this, I'll just add all the things now, like mobiles, tablets, okay, still, and accessories. What will come in this category? Mobile phones, tablets, and all the accessories will come in this category now. Okay, next. Yes, you got it. With edit and delete buttons. Next. My category is footwear. In this, shoes, and all the other accessories. Save. You got some categorized things now? Go to your SQL and check it out. What's the database, guys? StoreDB. Select star from categories table. ID auto generation is working there. See, how, sir? That's all built-in conventions. First, let us also create our product. So that I will tell you all the built-in conventions, and then I will teach you how to change the existing conventions and all. I don't want auto generation. Your choice. Now the database is taking nvarchar. No, I want varchar only. Decimal is taking decimal of 18,2. I want money. Are you getting me? I can set all my rules on my own. I can set all my rules on your own. But before you set, first you should understand the default rules. See, you must have a doubt here. On what basis it is creating the primary key, sir? Because here it is taken category ID as a primary key, and here it is taken ID as a primary key. Why not it is taking category ID as a primary key? What are integers only now? Why it did not take category ID as a primary key? Why it has taken ID, and here why it has taken category ID? That's what I'm telling you. All these are the default conventions adopted by entity framework. You can again change all these conventions by using data annotations. Remember, data annotations can be used in two scenarios. One, view designing. You can use for view designing validations now. Second one, you can use it on entity framework. You can use it on entity framework also. Earlier we talked about view designing. Correct? We'll see how to use in the entity framework also. See now, I need to design. Okay, just a second. Did I close it? Okay. Edit will provide you options to edit now. And delete will delete off. Some old story. Like if I click on OK, it will delete off the record. Okay, I'm not deleting. It's the same. And now remember, these are the two categories. In the product, the drop-down list has to also fill now. Correct or not? The drop-down list has to fill the products. How to fill? Last class I explained you now. Same process. Go back dot. Category ID is equals to select list of. You can pass this and bind off now. I taught you in the last class. We'll follow the same mechanisms to bind all the things. Okay. Well, a small question for you. How many are you guys busy, or do you have most of the classes are free? I know students are free. Mainly online students are available. 9 o'clock, do you have any class? 9 o'clock, online students, offline students, online students. Most of the people I know, they don't have 9 o'clock any other class. No, yeah, just okay. That's your class. Okay. Well, guys, tomorrow I don't have a session at 9 o'clock. I don't have a session at 9 o'clock. I'll be available here. Any queries, any doubts you have, you can get your laptops. You can get your laptops. I'll be available 9:30 to 11. Is that clear? And also, let us start the class by 11 o'clock. I don't know. I don't have a session at 9 o'clock. I'll be free again. I cannot go back and come and all. So I'll stay here only. Any doubts, you get your laptops, we'll clarify. And until my new batch starts, let us start the class by sharp 11 o'clock. Okay, be in this class by 11. Is that clear? Let's stop here. We'll meet tomorrow.